situated in a remote village surrounded by nature, very, very different from my house in the city. I remember as a child I always looked forward to coming here. And all the delicious food she made for me only added to my experience. I spent my day either swinging from the tree or riding my bicycle. Not far from the house was a mango orchard, and I loved to eat raw mangoes. However, for some reason my grandmom always seemed to be dead against me going there and bought me mangoes to eat from the market instead. The rumor had it that the orchard caretaker was a really mysterious man who was not to be trifled with. Despite all the warning, there was just something irresistible about plucking and eating fresh mangoes right off the tree. One afternoon, when everybody was asleep, against my better judgment, I took my cycle and headed towards the orchard. I clearly recall that afternoon was abnormally hot and there was an eerie silence all around. Once I reached, I parked my cycle outside and cautiously started walking towards the orchard. I threw stones, and given my good aim, I was able to bring down a few mangoes. And that was when I was suddenly startled by the sound of fast approaching footsteps. Before I could turn around, somebody grabbed my hand and pushed me to the ground violently. Impact shook me, and I slowly turned around to look at my captor. The man was probably in his 30s and was fuming with anger. He had a twisted face and a sinister look in his eyes. He was emitting a putrid odor, and that was when I noticed that in one hand he was holding a really sharp knife. I immediately started to panic and felt sick in my stomach. What was I gonna do? And that was when he let go of me and ordered me to stand up. I gingerly stood up as he took a good look at me from top to bottom and said, "You better count your blessings, 'cause you are a guy. If you were a girl, I would have done unspeakable things to you," and then turned around and walked away. The moment he was out of sight, I started running. I started running like crazy, picked up my cycle and rode back home as fast as I could. I told all this to my grandmom. Despite all the searching, the man was never found again, and to this day I wonder that the only reason he let me go was because I was a guy.